A whole Monday swallowed by wash day. No buttons, no beeps, just tubs, sticks, and nerve. Here are the top 10 laundry tools of 1915 to 1930, ranked. And number 1 didn't just clean clothes, it gave families back time. This is Life 100 years ago. How did they do laundry? The 10 essential tools of 1915 to 1930, ranked. 10. Starch. Dissolved in hot water, starch stiffened collars, cuffs, shirts, table linens, and pillowcases so they held a crisp line after ironing. It helped garments resist soil and look fresh longer, stretching time between washes in an era of stricter dress codes. Spray starch and permanent press fabrics later shrank the ritual, but the box of starch anchored finish day. 9. Mrs. Stewart's bluing. A few drops in the final rinse added a faint blue cast that visually neutralized yellowing in cottons and linens. Baby clothes, aprons, sheets, and tea towels all looked whiter than white. Inexpensive and dramatic, it became a cupboard staple long before optical brighteners were built into detergents. The embossed cobalt bottle and its stern portrait, famously the founder's mother-in-law, made it instantly recognizable. 8. Laundry boiler or copper and laundry stick. A big copper or galvanized boiler straddled stove burners to boil whites, diapers, and the dirtiest work clothes, loosening stains and sanitizing before mechanical agitation was common. The long wooden laundry stick kept hands out of scalding water, stirring and lifting heavy, hot bundles. As hot water, plumbing, and powered washers spread, home boiling faded, but early in the period, this was the heat peak of wash day. 7. Hand crank clothes winger. 2 rubber rollers and a hand crank squeezed water from shirts and sheets as fast as you could feed them, cutting drying time and sparing wrists versus twisting by hand. It clamped to a wash tub or sink in homes without powered machines, and even backed up early electrics when loads piled up. Later, washers built the wringer in, but the clamp-on model is remembered for speed and the occasional pinched finger. 6. Washboard. A ribbed surface framed in wood let users soap and scrub collars, cuffs, knees, and ground in dirt that needed more than soaking. Even as washers arrived, the board stayed close for spot work and workwear. Agitator washers and better detergents later reduced its central role, but the washboard remains the hands-on symbol of the era's labor. 5. Galvanized wash tub or double laundry tubs. Portable oval tubs handled soak, wash, and rinse on the kitchen floor or porch. Where plumbing allowed, fixed double tubs of concrete, soapstone, or enameled steel organized wash and rinse side by side with a drain. The 2-tub setup became the home standard long before automatics, teaching the rhythm of wash here, rinse there. Today's laundry sinks descend directly from this arrangement. 4. Laundry soaps. Fell's Naphtha Bar and Lux Flakes. A Fell's Naphtha Bar introduced in 1893 pre-treated greasy cuffs and collars. Lux Flakes, popularized in the U.S. after 1915, gently cleaned woolens and emerging silk and rayon delicates that would felt in hot water. These brands turned water chemistry and fabric care into household know-how: measure, soak, rub, rinse, codifying a routine many families followed every Monday. Synthetic detergents later replaced soaps, but the logic of pre-treat plus main wash plus gentle load stuck. 3. Electric flat iron. Plug-in irons replaced stove-heated sad irons, ending the shuffle between stove and board and keeping heat steady while you worked. The first reliable thermostatic irons, invented by Joseph Myers, appeared around 1926, protecting new fabrics like silk and rayon delicates that would felt in hot water. This turned a scorched stop-start ordeal into a smoother finish. The modern steam iron's size, handle, and temperature control descend directly from these. 2. clothesline with wooden clothespins, a cotton rope or wire line, a canvas peg bag, and a pole to prop the span. That was the dryer. Outdoors drying was universal, fast in sun and wind, free year-round, and essential before electric dryers existed. The line and peg are unchanged icons of air drying, still doing quiet duty a century later. 1. Wringer washing machine. A powered tub with an agitator and a swing-out wringer slashed washday hours, handling bigger, cleaner loads with far less muscle. Where electricity lagged, small gasoline engines, a format Maytag introduced in 1915, filled the gap, spreading the technology beyond cities. Brands like Maytag, Speed Queen, named in 1928, and Upton Machine Company, the future Whirlpool, popularized the machine that dominated into the 1940s. Automatics came later, but the workflow, agitate, rinse, extract, was set here. Why this order? Because the wringer washer didn't just clean, it reset the clock on an entire day's labor wherever power or a little gasoline could reach. The clothesline ranks second for universality. Every household, washer or not, needed it. The electric iron comes third because it standardized the finish and introduced everyday temperature control. Soaps at 4 and the 2-tub setup at 5 underwrite the entire workflow. The washboard and clamp-on wringer are the core manual technologies that held the line before motors. The boiler, bluing, and starch capture the period's priorities: sanitation, whiteness, and crisp form, each visible in photographs and ads from the time. What do these tools tell us? That laundry was a system as much as a chore. Soak, heat, agitate, rinse, extract, dry, finish. Each step with its own tool, each tool with its own learning curve. Electrification, plumbing, and branding didn't erase labor, most of it women's, but they rearranged it, shifting Monday from an all-hands ordeal toward a manageable routine. A century later, the materials changed and the machine got smarter, yet the choreography is familiar. If you could borrow one for a week, which would you take? The crackling hot copper boiler for spotless whites, the thermostat steady iron for perfect cuffs, or the humming wringer washer that hands you back your afternoon? Either way, wash day still runs on the same idea: the right tool at the right step, one load at a time.